Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another webinar of RigER. First, I wanted to introduce today's topic. I think those of you who have signed up know actually what we're going to be talking about, but I wanted to reiterate the importance of the topic. Today, we're going to be talking about the rental equipment service operations, specifically inspections and repairs. We know it's a hot topic because repairs and inspections are key for the equipment rentals business, and the more people sort of are aware of what the needs of the repairs and how do you do the inspections, the better you are in control and the more you are in control of your operations and the equipment state. So agenda for today's presentation is first and foremost is going to be focused on how do you do repairs in RigER and what the process is. What does inspection mean? What kind of inspections can be set up? And as you can see, there's different kinds of inspections. There's after job, pre-job, there's quality control, there's internal inspections. And the combination of all the repairs and inspection will be also what kind of reports you can generate out of the system. And the most important thing I wanted to say is that today's presenter on the topic is Gleb. You can see his picture. Some of you who are our current users have known and met and spoke to him, I am sure. So Gleb is going to be covering all the topics today with us. And Michael will join us a little later in the session as well as a special guest of our presentation, our CEO. Okay?
I'm already here.
Oh, there you go.
Welcome,
You're welcome
everyone.
to join us. So that's myself, Nikolai, and I'm going to be emceeing as those of you have been with us before today's session. So a quick intro about RigER to those of you who are new to us and why the inspections and how it's relevant, rather, to the inspections and repairs. So BelcaSoft is the company, RigER is the product, and we originate in Calgary, Alberta. You can see that the sunny day today, right in the picture. Different time of the day though. It's only noon and 1 p.m. Central, so we're in sync. So RigER stands for the paperless enterprise from the beginning to the end. We want to make sure that everybody's using the latest technology to the best advantage. But RigER also focuses on the customized solutions. We know that everybody's business is different and no one size fits all anymore, if ever, as ever it fits. So we want everyone to be able to use a system that fits their processes. And we also stand on integration. So in that respect, repairs and maintenance are an important part of the paperless enterprise because we know a lot of the expenses, a lot of the activities for the repairs and maintenance are still on paper in most of the organizations. And that module specifically that has been designed and devised with some of our customers are expected to be helping everyone to move gradually to the paperless enterprise and ensure that information is captured as soon as possible once this cycle is starting on the repairs and maintenance. So again, RigER, the general overview and other couple of slides will follow. It's a platform, cloud-based, with the standalone mobile applications that now vary. We are proudly released them in the past couple of weeks that support the main cloud database. So you can run your operations for the mobile device. You can do specific activities if you have a large organization when people are separated in their activities. So you can do the sales on a different app. You can have a different app for the operations, and you can also manage your purchases on the go, connecting that to the main database as well. And on top of that, the fact that RigER is a platform, we've designed a number of industry applications. And you can see here that some of them include the rental equipment distribution. That is when you have a company that distributes equipment and wants to manage both sales and the rentals out of one hub, you can set that up in RigER. You can manage downhole tools. You can manage waste management activities. Flowback, telecom, and rig moves are also specialty applications that have been designed on RigER. Then on this slide, you can see what companies we've been working for proudly in the past 7+ years. Some of the companies, rather, not all of them, and the types of equipment that these companies are renting out or servicing and managing in their fleet. So we appreciate every one of you if you are on the call today. So thank you very much for being with us. So on that note, I wanted to move to the next slide and pass the microphone to Gleb, who's going to talk about the repair tickets and equipment repair in RigER. Go ahead, Gleb.
Thank you very much, Nikolai. Hi, everyone. I'm glad to see you here again. Every webinar, we are showing you some features, some useful features of RigER. And today we're going to talk about the equipment repair and equipment inspections, how we can handle those operations in RigER, particularly And let me get started with the equipment repair tickets. So basically, what the system is based on is that we capture all the events in the system by documents. And as far as you may already know, that we have an ability to track equipment in RigER by unit numbers or serial numbers if you prefer. And every document generated in the system in terms of inspection or equipment will capture the information about the particular unit number, repairs or inspections. So, and then browsing through the list of unit numbers and opening one of them, you can see the history of the repairs of a particular unit number. So in this way, you can track all your repairs or inspection activities. And you can dive in directly from the screen to the document itself and see more details about what have been done with a particular unit number and how much did it cost. Now, if we move forward, and I'm going to show you just quickly what the workflow in terms of documents in RigER we have set up. And the repair in RigER for a particular unit number can be done in two different ways. So first way is when your repair is a result of the of a job, of the customer's job. So as far as you know, we return the equipment within the delivery ticket return, or if we just do the service for the equipment and we provide some services to the clients, we can also specify the units that probably should be repaired. And in the delivery ticket service type, we can set the repair condition for the unit numbers as well. And once we do that and we select the condition of need repair in the delivery ticket return or service, then when we will post the delivery ticket, the repair ticket will be automatically generated for these unit numbers. So you can find those repair tickets generated in the related documents section of the delivery ticket and perform your repair. Another way is when you have a unit that are sitting on your yard or shop or in the warehouse and you realize that you need to do some repairs to these units, we allow you to do the internal repairs. So the internal repairs can be generated by a document that we call defective units list. So in the defective units list, you can specify which unit numbers particularly should be repaired. And then the system will allow you to generate all the repair tickets, multiple repair tickets with a click of one button. So once the repair ticket is generated in the system, the unit number status becomes need repair, and it's obviously not available for the dispatching, just to not mess up the things for the dispatchers. Once the repair ticket is done and the unit state is indicated as good, so you have two options: to invoice your client with the repair costs, or to just to absorb these costs for your company by checking the internal check mark in the repair ticket. If the repair ticket is billable to the client and it will be connected directly to the rental service agreement, then we can issue the invoice for the client with the repair costs. Once the repair ticket is done and status changed to done, the unit status becomes available. So now you can dispatch your units. Let me show you how to generate a repair ticket in RigER. Basically, the system allows you to use two ways how to put the rental equipment into need repair status. The first way is through the delivery ticket with the type return. Once the dispatcher generates the delivery ticket return, he will be able to select the condition of the rental equipment. RigER allows you to select from the good, need repair, damage or lost conditions. When the dispatcher selects the need repair condition and posts the delivery ticket return, the system generates the related repair ticket automatically. We can find this document in the related documents, and we can open up. In the repair ticket, we have two options how we proceed with this repair, whether it will be billable to the customer or it will be internal repair that will not be reflected on the customer invoice. In case we need to reimburse our repair costs from the customer, we just leave a billable checkmark. And on the repair ticket, we can add any related parts or services, and we can specify the price of these services. In order to put parts in the table, we need to have these parts entered in beforehand to the system. Also, we can select the repair shop and repair person who does the repair, and repair location. We can change the date of this document, and once the repair is done and everything is reflected on the document, including the comments about this repair, we can select the repair date and time, and we post the repair ticket. In order to check the unit number status, which is changing by the dates and by different documents, we can go to the equipment document and availability dashboard. We can find this unit, and we see that October 1st it was available, on October 5th it was deployed, and October 6th it was need repair. Once we've done the repair ticket, October 8th, the October 8th status is available. It means that repair is done and our unit is available for the next dispatching. If we'd like to invoice the customer with the cost of repairs, we can generate an invoice right from the repair ticket, and these costs will be included in this invoice. If we decide not to charge the client with the repair costs, we select the internal option and we unselect the billable option. It means that this repair will be only for our internal costs and it will not go to the customer's invoice. We can find all our repair tickets in the Oilfield Rentals menu under the Repairs section. We can go to the Repair Tickets list and we can find our repair tickets here. The second way how to generate a repair ticket in RigER is through the defective units list. This is the case when you realize that you have to repair some units that are stored in your workshop and you need to put it in the repair shop. So we go to defective units list and we create a new document. We put the date of this document and time. We specify the repair location and we add the equipment that needs to be repaired. We can put any description that is required for the repair shop about this unit. After the equipment is added to the defective units list, we post this document and we click on Generate RTs button, which will generate a repair ticket for this particular unit. We can go to this repair ticket from here and perform other actions that are required in our repair operation. So basically that was the workflow of the repairs in RigER, but in the newest version of RigER, which is 6.5 Houston, you also can get the crew and time tabs on the repair ticket, which will allow you to track the employee's time on that repair, and then you'll use this information in your payroll reports on the HR module, which is also the latest development of RigER system. So those hours will flow to the payroll reports, and you can use this for the payroll purposes.
Thank you, Gleb, very much for this quick intro on the repair tickets. And I know that this is something that this topic and this item has been coming up a lot of times when we do set up a system for our clients. So we just wanted to take a moment and have a chance for anyone to ask any questions about what you've just seen and how the repairs are done in RigER in general. So feel free to share the questions, and I have a couple in my queue. And so Laura is asking a question about the repair invoice. So we haven't talked about that, and can you just shed a little more light? So how does the repair tickets get invoiced? Are they a bundle or they're just invoiced one by one?
So yeah, you can generate the invoice like a service invoice based on the repair ticket without any problem. However, it's a good question. We receive a couple requests from our clients to build a bundle repair invoices to combine all the repairs for a particular job to the one invoice. And I just assigned this to the production, so I believe it will be ready next week. So if you need it, let us know. We will update your database as well. And another thing which I'd like to mention for the repair tickets, we have one addition. We add the cost of parts as a separate column for the repair ticket as well.
All right, let's move on and let's talk a little bit about the inspections module in RigER. So, and I'm going to cover the initial inspection document, which is usually comes after the job. Then we have a separate stage of quality control that is also maybe useful for operations guys, and internal inspection. So let me show you how basically the documents flow in the system in terms of inspections. It's kind of similar to the repair workflow, but a little bit different. So usually after the delivered ticket return, the inspection documents will be generated, and the unit gets the status for inspection. So again, it's not available for the next dispatching until the inspection is done. And the general document and the main document is the inspection card, but also we have two documents that are related to it. And the first is the rental unit inspection template. So the template is the document that you can customize, and it's very flexible and universal for different companies, because you can set different number of questions or different types of fields that can be on that inspection template. And once you do that, you will be able to apply this template in the inspection card for a particular unit number, and the related checklist with the questions will pop up in the inspection card. Also, we have an inspection register, which is some kind of the summary document of the all inspection cards, because you can have multiple rental units that should be inspected after the job. And to keep all the information in one place, we generate a register which combines all these cards into one list. Now, when you do the inspection, there are few possible scenarios that can be run in the system. If the inspection went well, you just switch the unit to the available status. But if the inspection result is need repair, the repair ticket will be generated automatically, as we saw it in the repair workflow. And the same operations will be done with the repair ticket. And then we can move unit to the available status, or as an option, you have a quality control stage, and that is a separate type of inspection card. So, and that could be a separate template for the quality control. And that's actually the workflow. Now, another option is to have an internal inspection. It's pretty much the same as a repair tickets, but you just do the internal inspection for your units at your shops and yards. And that's much simpler. So we skip the quality control stage here, and we don't connect these inspections to the customer's jobs. In case of the internal inspection, you just select the particular internal inspection template, and the internal checkmark will be selected automatically, so you don't connect the job to the customer, and that will be just internal operation. Coming back to the Nikolai's question, and actually from John, how we can customize the inspection templates and cards and checklists. That's a couple of examples how we can build a checklist for particular rental unit. And you see that you're absolutely free to enter any questions and select any types of fields that will be entered in the system then. For example, if it's just a text field, then the user who does the inspection, he or she needs just to enter some information here, or, for example, select yes or no option. Or in the second template, you see that we can have a fuel level line where we select the level of the fuel, actually. Now, the inspection module in RigER is highly customizable because we can adjust your real operations to the system workflow, and that's just one of the example of our client who, with whom we've designed the whole inspection process, and it can include automatic notifications about different stages of the inspection. It can also include controls or approvals over particular stages, and different triggers can be activated based on the timing of the different stages. For example, if the inspection is not done in 24 hours, the responsible service manager or inspection manager will be notified about that through the reports or direct notification on his email, to his email. So that's just an example how we can customize the process and build a map where we sit down with you and discuss how the process flows, and we do this in the system accordingly. When you decide to use the inspection module of RigER, you will have 3 documents in the Oilfield Rentals menu under the inspection section. I'm going to start with the inspection card template. So the system allows you to create any templates that you'd like to have in the system for the rental units, and you can create as many as you need. For example, I have 2 inspection card templates. The first one is post-equipment release. So we can assign this particular template for different departments of your company, which will be working with this particular template. We can also specify the type of the delivery ticket after which we will have the inspection card. It can be delivery, return, service, maintenance, or disposal ticket. We can also have 2 different stages of the inspection, like initial inspection and quality control stage. You can put any rental units to this template. It means that the inspection card will be generated for every single unit in the delivery ticket return once it's in this table. Then we select the parameters of the inspection card. So what have to be checked by the inspection specialist upon the return of the equipment. We can also have the different data type of the row. It can be just a simple text for the comments. It can be yes or no question. It can be number, fuel level, or just a separator of the different questions. Once you set up the parameters for the inspection card, we save it in close, and you see that my second inspection card template is a quality control for the same units, but the stage is quality control, and there may be different parameters. So the second document is the inspection card itself. So when we will generate the delivery ticket return and we will set the inspection status of the document, the inspection card will be generated. And the third document is the inspection register. The inspection register is actually the document that summarizes all your inspection cards for one delivery ticket. You can see the inspector here, inspection status of the unit, and inspection result. So now, how to generate an inspection card from the delivery ticket return? Once the delivery ticket return is filled out, and we have the condition of the unit as good, for example, we change the status of the document to the inspection, and the system generates two documents, inspection card register and inspection card itself. We can go to the related documents and find those documents in here. So we open up the inspection card and we see that our unit number has to be inspected. So we just walk through the check marks and list of our questions. After the inspection is done, we change the inspection result to good. We can also have need repair and damage. If we have the need repair inspection result, the repair ticket will be generated for this unit as well. In case of damage, this unit will be written off through the balance. Once the inspection result is good, we change the status of the document to done, and the inspection card quality control is generated automatically as well. So we can find the inspection card for quality control in the related documents, and we perform the same actions as for the initial inspection. And once the inspection result is good and the status will be done, the unit status becomes available, and it means that this unit is available for the next dispatching. Okay, so as a result of all the operations in the system, and actually the reporting is mostly used by the top management of the system just to analyze what's going on with the business and with the particular sides of the business as inspection and repairs in particularly. So let's just take a look at the reports that we have in RigER in this regard. And one of the reports that I like to show you is the list of your repair tickets. So that's just, that can be built for any period of time. And you can see all the documents that have been generated with the different statuses and all the details that those repair tickets contain. So that may be useful for just to analyze how many repairs did the company have in some period of time. Another report, which is need repair report, shows you pretty much the same information, but broken down by particular rental unit and unit number. And you may see that it shows the location, the delivery ticket, which has generated the repair ticket, and any comments and client to which this repair is assigned. And also we have a pretty much extensive report about all the details, what have been done with the unit in terms of repair or maintenance or inspections. So this report combines all documents in terms of repairs and inspections and shows you pretty much the same information for each particular unit number. So, and also it has a dollar amount at the end. You see that for example, usually this report is used to analyze how much costs we have beared during the period for repair of the units for which clients. So we can sort this report by client and see how many repairs have been done for this company on the units. And probably that can be a reason and the source to start some negotiations about the prices, because if the client doesn't pay for repairs, so maybe we need to include those costs, average cost to the next jobs.
Perfect, thank you, Gleb. As I mentioned, and I was prompting for the questions, and I've got a couple actually. Thank you, John, for asking them. So the next question from John is, you've shown the process. How flexible is the inspection process and quality control process? Can we implement our process in your system?
Yes, that's a good question. Thanks, John. So, as I already said, yes, the RigER itself as a platform is highly customizable. So we can implement any processes in the system, particularly for company operations. And yeah, we can design a process with you together and just to set different parameters of the documents and different triggers. So we can consider this as a deep customization. But basically, when we receive a request from customers to customize some processes, we first start thinking about how it can be scaled for the whole product and to meet the requirements of the broader range of clients. And we are trying to assess the most applicable functions and most flexible functions of this particular module or document, so it can fit different requirements of different clients.
A couple of slides just to the end of the presentations today. So those of you who are traveling to Calgary for the Global Petroleum Show next week, we are here in town. So feel free to phone us up, email us up. We're going to be in the at the trade show, not with the booth, but we're going to be actually meeting with some of the prospect and existing clients. We're going to be setting up the on-site and in-person demonstrations and presentations. So if you are in town next week, please do reach out and let's just sit down and have a conversation. That's what we love doing, and that's what we will be doing next week. So if you are ready to go and you're in town, just do give us a holler and we will sit down with you and answer any questions. And I think we're now on the topic of what's gonna coming up next in the next week. And I will let Gleb just to shed a little more light what exactly we're gonna cover next week. So the next week's topic is the HR module. Just kind of roll back. So so this is a new module, and maybe Gleb or Michael, can you just shed a little more light what we're going to be talking about a little bit?
Yes, the next webinar will be about our recent development, which is the HR module, and this is pretty much extensive. So we have already tested it, and a couple of our clients are implementing this right now. These days. So this will be about the managing your employees and managing your employees' rates, hours, and everything that can be applicable to the payroll purposes. And also, it's big about the sales commissions. So if your employees and sales guys receive a sales commission, so we can set up these options in RigER as well. And the system will automatically calculate the commission amounts based on the settings. And this is very flexible and dynamic because it can be set by customers. So commission rates can be calculated by customers or line of businesses, divisions, departments, and general on the company level. So we'll be glad if you will reach us and just ask about this implementation and this module, so we can show you that next webinar, and we can start implementing this module to your system.
Perfect. Perfect. Thank you, Gleb. And again, this is a new development. It's very flexible modules that we've designed working with some of our clients. So we're looking forward to your questions and actually joining us next week to experience it more, I guess, firsthand, if you will. And so on this note, I wanted to move to the final slide of today's presentation. So those of you who are not our customers yet, but have been intrigued enough by the webinar, but haven't been able to speak up yet and haven't heard from us, so please do feel free to reach out to us through the website and book a demo. Call us up, email us through the website as well, so there's no problems whatsoever. We'll respond pretty quickly. So we're ready to show you in a personalized demo environment what RigER does and how it works. So again, in each webinar is more focused on specific aspect, function, or capability of the system. It's always better to see the full demonstration of the program based on your specific needs, and that's what the demos are there for. So we'll set up it with you once you book a demo, and we'll be showing you how RigER runs in your case. So it will be a live Q&A with you where we're going to hear what you want to see from the system, what are the challenges, and we'll show you how we can deal effectively with them in RigER. So that pretty much wraps up today's presentation. And like I said, there's been some hands raised. Please do contact us, and I will actually make sure that I'll personally reach out to some of the people who may have had a question but never had a chance maybe to type it up yet. So I will reach out and talk to you guys. And again, thank you very much for being with us today. We're looking forward to seeing you next week when I'm going to be presenting the HR module. A very interesting module indeed.
Yeah, thank you very much for all the attendees today, and thanks for your attention. Let's see next week on Thursday when we'll be presenting our HR module.
Thank you, guys. Have a great the rest of the day.
Yep, bye.